finally time for the doll tour display, everybody. Finally time. It's very exciting. I'm going to be showing you my fashion doll displays today. I have many of them. I live in a single room. My house is a room. I live in a studio apartment that I pay an outrageous price for in New York City. So that's the only space I have to display dolls. So I can't really keep them to like one confined area because there isn't one confined area that can contain everything that I have, unfortunately. So they're kind of all around, and I'll take you to all the different places that they are. We'll look at all of the fashion dolls, the 1/6 scale dolls. Some of them are like the little Chinese art BJDs that are in the fashion doll displays, but those are the dolls that we're going to be looking at today. So if you're interested in the BJDs, that's not this video today, but you'll have a wonderful time looking at the fashion dolls too, so definitely stick around. And of course I can't keep my mouth shut, and I really like talking about my dolls, so we'll get a little history on each and every one of them too, which I'm sure everybody will enjoy. So without any further ado, I don't think I need to talk anymore right now. Let's get to the doll displays. Here we go, starting in the most hilarious place for a doll. This is my bathroom. It has some beautiful art on the wall. But this is my one bathroom doll. She's a perfect bathroom doll because she has molded hair, and I'm not gonna ruin her hair. And she's also a mermaid. And there's water in the bathroom, so she's thriving in her natural environment. She's really cute. I got her off of Kika Goods. I don't know what's gonna happen with the Trump tariffs and Kika Goods, but if I lose them as a source for these blind box BJDs, I'm gonna be real sad. So that's my one bathroom doll. She probably could use a friend, but we're on a no-buy for April, so she's gonna have to wait a little longer. And I'm gonna see if I can hold out a little longer on that no-buy. I have plenty of projects to do. But there she is, our bathroom girl. Here's my next little doll display, and honestly it's one of my favorites because I love the idea of having dioramas, but I don't really have much space for it. But these I also got off of Kika Goods. They're Little Painter Little Witch. That's the name of the brand. And we've just got a bunch of little witches. Look at her, she angry and cute. And then there's another one. I really like this one because she's orange themed, my favorite. We've got Basic Little Boy. I have two of him, and I want to do a little Prince custom with one of them because I think he's a perfect candidate. And then there's this one who I thought was going to be my favorite, and I love her, but she really stole my heart. And then we've got this little boy. He's just a sleepy guy. He's got his little fox friend there, and they live in this forest scene that I created. Actually, I created it for one of my BJDs, but she's not in there all the time, so they live there now. This is one shelf below. It's just another place I keep some dolls in my collection. And we've just got some little creepers, found them and in like a bin at one of those like junk stores. So that's my creepy baby doll. I've got my oddities here. We've got, of course, the classic, just BJD heads. My silicone mini baby, I made her that dress. She's very cute. There's another silicone mini baby I needed for a storyline, but haven't used it yet, so it's sitting right there. But here's all of my little Monster High customs. These are G1 Monster Highs. They live in this little display. My little oddities display is what I call it. It's cute. I mean, I'm a weird girl, and so I like to keep weird things, and this is my weird things shelf. Here's the desk. We've got, of course, Ferb with legs here, Lilith. She keeps me on my toes. She might be trying to kill me. I used to keep her next to my bed, but she would scare me in the night, so I had to move her away. But of course, she's got her purse accessory and her cursed little eyes there, but she lives here at my desk now. I try and remember to put her in my videos because I love her so much and I want her to be in them, but I forget a lot of the time. So this is where she lives, and there's this little clothing rack with some clothes. Sometimes I don't feel like putting them away. A lot of this is stuff that I made though. Just gotta move all the furniture out of the way. We've got some action figures and some Billie Eilishes, and of course my silicone mini baby collection because I went through a phase where I was obsessed with those. And this is my first action figure girl. I don't know, I like went through a phase where I like really liked the seamless bodies because I thought that they were like very people-y. And these are painted really beautifully. Both of the action figures that I have, I did customize just a little bit. I gave her thicker lips because I wanted her to have thicker lips. But she was a storyline where she got sent to prison by her sister because her sister's a monster. And here's the sister. That's an Ivanka Trump face, and I just gave her blue eyes, but I thought she was the perfect candidate for an evil character, of course. She's got her baby there. I think the baby belonged to her, actually, and she's stolen the baby. Normal. And I made her this cute little outfit. And of course she has a mini fashion bag because she's a fashionable lady. And these Billie Eilishes I cast as her children. And so I've got these two Billie Eilish, the Billie Eilish twins. I don't know, I just liked the Billie Eilish dolls and I also liked their clothes. So I bought all three. I have the third one in the box, but she's a wonky face and I couldn't find one that didn't have a wonky face. So she was a repaint candidate that I never got around to. This is my whole life. So many projects and absolutely no time, but that's the desk. The desk dolls. They're cute. Watch out. And here it is, everyone, my My Little Pony display. I love My Little Pony, but the reason I'm showing this off today is because my pixelings are in here. Look at them. I don't know what it is about these tiny little fantasy girls, but they really do it for me. There's Flit and Berlina. No, her name is Berlinda. I don't remember, but something like that. And then I've got Dragon Girl, whose name I can't remember, and Alexa. They're so cute too. I don't know, even though they have molded on tops, the styling of them and the sort of pastel shades, I love it. And I love their little faces. I think they do a beautiful job with the screenings on these, and the hair. The hair is so soft. It's so soft and it's so fun to play with because it's like the length of their bodies. I don't know, I love that so much. But I thought that they looked cute with the fantasy horses. And so there's my fantasy horses. I don't think we're very interested in My Little Pony on this channel, but I'm interested in My Little Pony. And then of course there's the box of My Little Ponies from my childhood that is sitting on the shelf above because I need to fix them up before I can display them. Another project I will never get around to, but there they are, the pixelings. Precious. Perfect. Some of the greatest little tiny dolls there ever was, in my opinion. And the mess, of course, below. Here's the last place I have any doll in my apartment besides my main doll display. And this is my She-Ra repaint that I did. I don't know. I don't love her. I want to like redo her. You know, add her to the list of projects. But she's cute. She wearing the outfit that she came in. I just gave her a new face. And then my She-Ra action figures are here also. You know, I'm a She-Ra stan. I love like a female superhero. Ladies don't get enough credit for all the amazing things that they do. We're too busy complimenting straight white men. And you know, of course it sits with my She-Ra box set. A natural place for the She-Ras to be. Now here's the main display that you always see in my videos. We're gonna start here with the only Bratz that I own, and the only Bratz I'll ever own unless I end up with more space someday. But Kirsty and Casey, the Tweevils, I don't know, I just really like the aesthetic of these, and I feel like I could justify buying them because they have a different aesthetic than most of the Bratz. So it's like they're kind of different. That's actually a terrible justification, but I love them. They're so cute. I love her plastic surgery face. I love her little smirk. They come in little matching dresses. They're great, and I put their names on their stands because I couldn't remember which was which, but you know, that's normal for me because I can't remember people's names. Of course, a silicone mini baby, the only green one that I have. Gotta keep it separate. I hear they're coming out with a second series of these. That's gonna be a money problem for me. Happy box with Yoga Frog. I don't know. That was just cute. I thought it was fun. And then of course there's my Pasha Pasha Fit model. This is a Pasha Pasha original, so she doesn't make this size anymore. I've been working with Pasha on some stuff and she gave me her as a fit model, but she's kind of useless now unless people want Pasha Pasha clothes for their originals still. I don't know. And then of course a mess. The next shelf here has some very exciting dolls to me because it has my costumes on it. There's Trixie and Katya looking stunning and gorgeous as always. I did them during the pandemic. They were just a fun project for me. Of course I did ruin the My Melody Barbie to make Trixie, which I wish I hadn't done, but I like my Trixie. And then this doll here is Cher, obviously, but my friend Jason repainted her for me. Gave me a whole little box of clothes, so it was like a Cher kit. And I love her. She's very cute. She could use a restyle because she's been in this outfit for a long time. I'll have to do that. And then beneath them are some more little blind box BJDs. Where did I get these? I think most of them are from AliExpress. They're just cute little girls. There's Laura. Terrible quality, cute doll. This one I was actually really impressed with. The best part about her is her brushable hair. And you have to buy the outfit separately, which is kind of different than some blind box BJDs. but the outfits are all kind of like grandma, and I love that. I love like this little girl in a grandma outfit. I actually got the least grandma outfit of them all, but she's cute. This one is probably my least favorite blind box BJD that I own, and that's because her head is like too heavy and she just flops around a lot. But I love the aesthetic of her and her outfit. I think that's cute. And the other side of that shelf, of course, contains my Playline Defa Lucy's. I love these. I know that she's a ripoff and there's like drama and the whole company is kind of a little bit on the sketchy side, but I think these are great dolls. I love their faces. I think their fashions are better than Barbie, and I don't know, I would add more Playline Defa Lucy's to my collection for sure. Of course they'd need somewhere else to go, but that's fine, no worries. And then we've got some more blind box BJDs. These ones came from Kika Goods. These are some of my favorite because I love the scale of them. I also love the aesthetic of them. They're Evelena is the name of the brand. They're like a dream world for the character, so she's like doing all these like weird different little things, which I think is so fun. I love that she has like just a knife and an oven mitt. And of course she's got this thing, unidentified thing. Some people say it's a shark, some people say it's an orca, some people say it's a dolphin, so we don't know. But there they are. I really like those a lot. They're my favorite scale, I think, that I have in my collection right now. And then these little guys, look at how mad they are. I posted this video and it performed extremely poorly. But if you want to see the details of them, you can go and watch that video. They're just little angry, sporty guys, and I love them. They've got cute little inset eyes, which I love. It's a feature that I really like. The selling point for me, obviously, was that they were boy dolls, but they were also angry. And he came with this little thing. He's got a skateboard accessory, and that's that shelf. The Defa Lucy's, the customs, and all the blind box BJDs. Cute. Here's of course my Xena collection. Another female superhero. I don't know, I really like them. These are probably some of the oldest dolls I have in my adult doll collection. Got them around 2014. Maybe 2015, but you know, I'm really into Xena. I did a rewatch around that time of the television show. Love that it's from the 90s and has like heavy lesbian overtones between Gabrielle and Xena. But this first Xena here, she was a different doll originally. The first wave of these had like weird ugly faces that didn't look like the actresses. And so I bought a different doll and put her in this outfit. These outfits did aggressively deteriorate, so this is fixed to the best of my ability. I just sealed it with some Mod Podge so it wouldn't deteriorate any further. It looks kind of sketchy, but it's also kind of okay. You know, you need Xena in her proper Xena outfit. And so that's that Xena. This is the Gabrielle in her like first outfit from the series. This is one of the ones that has the face that doesn't really match the character, but this one's probably the best of them all. The other ones, the Callisto, looks cursed as hell, and this is the Xena. She didn't really look like Lucy Lawless at all, and I didn't like it that much, but I thought the Gabrielle looked okay, so she gets to keep this outfit for now. I might replace her eventually. These dolls are really cheap on eBay, so it's like not an investment, but you know, there she is. She's cute. And of course there's this Xena in one of the outfits from the show. This one has like a weird like crushed face. I don't know, I kind of like her. Doesn't really matter. There's that one. Here's another Gabrielle. This one has the better face that looks like the actress. What's her name? Renee O'Connor. And yeah, I like her better than her, but I want this outfit, so she gets to stay there for now. It's fine, no worries. She's always got her stick, her fighting stick. Love that about her. And then we've got this Xena. She was a recent addition actually because I didn't have her and I wanted her. I think I paid like 15 bucks for her on eBay. Cheap. This one aesthetically right here, I really like. This is just a cool outfit. So obviously had to have her in my collection. And then there's this one here in the end. Her outfit never got restored, so it's kind of falling apart. But this is quote unquote evil Xena. And evil Xena was the one that I used to make this doll. I didn't quite get all the crimps out of her hair. I tried my best. The hair feels like Kaneko on to me, but I don't know. So that was a struggle. But there's Evil Xena. I think she has like the prettiest face of all the Xenas, honestly. I like her just like neutral face and lip. That's the whole Xena collection for now. I'm missing a few dolls, but I don't know if I even want them or I'm gonna get them. And here's my most favorite part of my doll display, a part that you never see because it's way out of frame. It's very high up and it has all of my vintage dolls in it, my vintage reproduction dolls, and all of my dolls that sort of fit that aesthetic. So let's take a closer look at them, shall we? Over here, we've got vintage reproduction Ken. He's wearing a full vintage outfit because I used to collect these vintage Barbie clothes because they're so nice. And they're very old, probably from the 1960s, and look how well they hold up because they were quality. He's really cute. I wanted to get an original, but I didn't feel like doing the work on him and none of the flocked hair stayed in place. So I ended up with a reproduction and I like him very much. He looks so good. Like honestly, look at his outfit. And then this is one of my favorite dolls because she is vintage. Of course, I did put her on a made to move body because I was using them for like stories at the time. Her body's in the Graveyard of Millie's box. She's a brown bubble cut doll. This is all of her original makeup. She looks okay. Her lips could use a little touch up. She's also wearing, did I make these pants? I think I made these pants, but the top is original vintage. She's of course got her cigarette because in the 1960s everybody smoked. What shoes is she wearing? Just some crappy little shoes down there. I think I'm from a Barbie fashionista. But she's so cute and I love her so much. I love the vintage dolls. That's my favorite face. As a child, I thought she was the epitome of glamour. Here's a doll that we've seen recently in my doll fix-up video. She still doesn't look quite fixed up, but she's cute. I really like this red-haired American Girl style doll. She's got a cute little face. I like the color of her lips. This isn't my favorite reproduction face because I feel like there's something weird with the eyes. Like, look at her eyes and look at her eyes. I don't know, but she's one of the cuter ones because I liked her lip color, okay? And this outfit is made by my friend Jason. She's wearing some of these crappy shoes that I just strapped to her feet, but she's cute. This one has the bend and snap knee, which apparently was created in 1965, which is when the American Girl Barbie doll came out. This doll is an Integrity Toys doll, and I got her because I needed her for a specific character for a story I was working on. This outfit is, I made these pants. I think my friend made this sweater. The sweater's really nice. I think she made it out of garbage. You know, we were really into making clothes out of garbage back in the day, and she's just wearing a crappy pair of maybe fashionista shoes. But I just thought her face was so beautiful and I loved her red hair. I'm a sucker for a redheaded doll. So that's her. I don't remember what she is. Of course, I bought her for an outrageous price naked off of eBay because that's how I was buying Integrity dolls, but I love her. She's cute. Now to one of my favorites of all time, Miss Fashion Queen. I did buy this doll as just a head off of eBay because you could just buy her as a head back in the day. She came with a bunch of wigs. She is wearing one of her wigs right now. It's not in the best shape, but apparently this is what saran hair was in the 1960s, so I should be able to fix that, no problem. And she's wearing a top from my reproduction Color Magic doll and a skirt that I made, and of course, a pair of go-go boots to go with her mod look. Stunning. She has my favorite face because I feel like the way they screened it is just like a little bitchier than the others. This girl right here is one of the oldest dolls in my collection. I got her when I was a literal child at KB Toys because obviously I thought these dolls were the epitome of glamour and I wanted them as a little baby. And so my mom did buy this for me, which was very nice of her. And this was the Solo in the Spotlight doll originally. Of course, I redressed her in some 1960s clothes. These are original, by the way. She's got like kind of a unique hair color. It's kind of like strawberry blonde. I don't know, I liked it. That's why I picked her, because she was unique. And what shoes is she wearing? Just some of those crappy shoes, these guys. They're like they might be vintage. I don't know. But she cute. Had her since like 1997 or 1998. She's a good one. Next to her, this was a doll I hunted down. One of my Grail dolls is the original Color Magic Barbie doll, but the product that they used to change the color of the hair made it deteriorate over time, so it's really hard to find one in good condition. But this was a convention doll, I think from the Paris convention one year. I hunted her down, I bought her for an outrageous price, and now I have this reproduction in my collection. And she's really, really cute. She has that same like not quite right face, but it's okay, no worries. And she's wearing her dress, which I love because it has that 60s print on it. She's wearing her shoes. These were the classic shoes that you got with like every doll back in the day. and I love her so much. I've used her outfit obviously on her. She came with lots of little hair accessories that I used on another doll. She was a good purchase, even though I paid an outrageous price for her. Over here we've got a recent addition, Miss Astronaut from 1965. She's also that American Girl doll, which was the doll that was available in 1965. She's wearing a reproduction of the spacesuit that was available in a fashion pack from 1965. She was the first American woman in space, Miss Barbara Millicent Roberts. Let's not forget she's an icon. And I really like this doll. I don't think people were super into her, but I think she's great. And there's her helmet that I broke immediately upon pulling it out of the box. Yay! What a mess. I pulled those dolls in the front out so we could get a better look at this back row. But this is a vintage Midge doll. She's in great condition. She actually came with the box. I got her for $50 on eBay, and I thought that was a really good deal. She came in her like original little bathing suit. But of course I've redressed her in this full vintage outfit. She looks absolutely gorgeous, except for these shoes. I think those came in a holiday Barbie. But I love her. Midge is one of my favorite characters in the Barbie universe. Well, she is. She's redheaded, freckled, but also I named my dog after her, so I have a special connection to her, and I'm really happy to have added this girl to my collection. She looks so cute. Next to her is a busted mess. She's got that like plasticine link, so she's real shiny, so I put these sunglasses on her to like sort of like hide how bad her face looks. But her hair is in nice condition. She's vintage, original from the 60s. Her body's in the Graveyard of Millie's. But I put her on this made to move body for my little stories that I was working on. She is also wearing a vintage dress. The sunglasses are also vintage. She's got a little vintage purse there. Love her, even though she's a mess. I love my messy girls. Next to her is actually a Jenny doll. I got her from Japan. She's a vintage Jenny, and the reason I chose her and paid an outrageous price for her is because I thought this outfit was so cute. It looks so 60s to me, and you know I'm a 60s stan. We've been doing a lot of 60s content on this channel lately because I love it so much. And I just love the aesthetic of her. She did come with shoes that like did not fit on her feet, so I gave her these white go-go boots. This is one of my favorite looks for dolls, especially in mod costume. And so she's really cute. I love Jenny. I'm such a Jenny stan, and I want to add more of them in my collection. I obviously don't really have space for them, but you know, always looking on Amazon Japan to see what they have. But yeah, I love her. Look at her cute face. She's so cute. Next to her is another doll that my mom bought me back in the day. I got her, I think, for $40. She is a Silkstone Barbie. And this was probably for a while one of the only black dolls I had in my collection because I was collecting exclusively vintage / this vintage face style, like anything that fit into a vintage category. And the reason I bought her is because I wanted to add diversity into my collection. She was it for a while. So she is one of my favorites, obviously. She's a Silkstone, but she does have joints, which is really nice. Of course, I immediately broke one of her fingers off as soon as I got her, glued it back on. It's fine, no worries. But she's also wearing a vintage outfit. I don't know if it's Mattel. Somebody may have made this, or it might be a clone outfit. I'm not sure, but the purse is vintage. What she got on her feet? Just some of those, the classics. She's really cute. She's one of my favorites. I love her hairstyle too. She's so pretty. Next to her is another Silkstone we featured recently on this channel in the wig video. I love because of the wigs mainly, and also of course she has that vintage face. That is my favorite. She's wearing a vintage, I think that might be a Francie shirt and a skirt that I made. I think she's wearing green go-go boots too, if I recall correctly. I love her. I think she's a great doll, and I don't think I paid an outrageous price for her when I got her at the time. I think she was like 80 bucks. Found her on Amazon, but this was years ago, like years ago before doll collecting got kind of out of control price-wise. Next is another Jenny in poorly fitting tights. This was another doll that I got from Japan. I paid an outrageous price for her all, considering how poor the condition of her outfit was. But I did kind of try and restore it as best as I could. It's not going to crack anymore, but it is cracked. I don't know if you can even tell on camera. Well, if you can't, that's great. But I just thought her face was so cute. I love that face. And I love this outfit, obviously, because it reminded me of the 60s. And she's also got a pair of like clear go-go boots. You know, I'm a sucker for the clear plastic. And so I love her. I'm happy to have her, even though she's a little rough. Love the bob too, so cute. The next doll here is another one of the oldest in my collection. She's another one I got as a literal child from KB Toys. My mom bought her for me. She was originally a Silken Flame. Now obviously you know the fancy dress isn't for me, so I did put her in this vintage outfit, which I love. This is one of my favorites. First of all, it's orange. You know, orange is my favorite color. It came with these cute little shoes, which was another classic at the time for Barbie. She's got that like face that ain't quite right, but I don't mind. And she's got a platinum blonde bubble. Love that for her. Very, very pretty. This was a doll given to me by my aunt. She's a Tressie. She did come in her original dress, but I pulled her out of it and put her in this cute little moo that I made from a Vintage Barbie pattern. She's wearing some real sketchy shoes, but her feet are covered most of the time, so it's fine. She's actually in great condition. She looks really good. And, you know, Tressie, her hair grows. Fun. And this girl, one of the most busted in my collection, wearing an outfit that I made, is named Cigarette because she looks like a cigarette. There was an attempt on her face to fix it, but it looks terrible and I really want to restore her properly. Her hair also had a little bit of a restoration done by my friend. It looked better at one point, but she was in a box for a while. The hair actually looked as good as it could probably get. I don't know what this hair fiber is. It might be mohair, which is why it's all broken off. She is very, very old. I would say she's from the early 60s. And she came to me not looking great. She still don't look great. And someday she'll be beautiful, I promise. And so that's the top of that bookshelf. As you can see back there, I do have an original 1962 Dream House. I got it off of eBay for a really good price, but that was like 100 years ago when doll collecting was still a reasonable price. So that's that whole shelf. We took a look at everything on it. I'm standing up too tall to give you a good look, but there it is again. That's what you see in the background. And one more thing I forgot to show off was my Odile mermaids. They're in my sewing nook, which has a hookah in it and a bunch of garbage, and it looks kind of messy over here. But this is my little sewing nook. This is where I do all my sewing. This is a very tiny little space, and the reason I don't generally film here is because it's really difficult. But hopefully, I mean, I want to figure out something because I want to do some sewing projects for Barbie. I can't because I can't figure out how to make it work. But that's my Odile mermaids. I like to look at them while I sew because they're very pretty. And I like them aesthetically. Thank you, Angel Kent. On to the next shelf here. It's just a thin little guy I got from IKEA that I thought would be economical space-wise, but it ended up not being. It's fine, no worries if not. But this shelf has a bunch of dolls that either came in red or I put into red because I thought it would be nice to have a shelf that matched all in color. And in this shelf is the lunar Defa Lucy doll, whose outfit is one of my favorite outfits of all time. I just love the aesthetic of this. I love the Defa Lucy collector dolls. I just think they're so pretty, first of all, but also the clothes are just for me. They're fashion, but they're kind of everyday. I just think she's a stunning doll and I love her so much, and I love her bob. Look at her bob, she's so cute. The next girl here is the 45th anniversary Black Barbie. I love her so much. I wasn't gonna get her for many reasons because she's glam and she's on a model muse body, which is not my favorite style of body, and she comes in a skin tone that's hard to rebody, but it's so beautiful. Look at it, look at her. But I saw her in person and I just had to have her because this face and this hair is just so beautiful to me. And then I actually fell in love with the glam look that she's in. So I mean, winner all around. I love this doll so much. I think eventually I'm gonna get an integrity body to replace this body with. But for now, I think she's just absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning. Simone, that's the name of the face mold. She's so pretty. I love Simone. Another Defa Lucy collector doll. This one was appealing to me obviously because she had a darker skin tone, but also her really short hair. Are you kidding? I love it so much. She also came in this outfit. I mean, this is for me. The thick puffer, the cute little outfit underneath. It's just a sweatshirt and some leggings, but I love it so much. And she's also got some cute little shoes with a lot of sculpted detail. They could use some paint, but I can do that in all my spare time, you know. The only thing that I really hate about the Defa Lucy collector dolls are the stands. They're really terrible. The stick is always spinning around and the waist clip is kind of too big for the dolls, so they're always falling out. But other than that, the dolls themselves, look at her. Look at her, she's stunning, she's perfect. Behind is unfortunately my only BMR doll that I own. I kind of stopped collecting for a while, like right as these were dropping. I loved this guy. I thought he had a unique face. I loved his man bun, and I loved his outfit. And I think part of the reason I bought him is to use this outfit on other dolls. Obviously, he's back in it. A lot of dolls did wear it though. I wish that I hadn't stopped collecting during this period, because there were two from the second wave of the BMR dolls that I wish that I had. The one with the high green boots and the one with the diva midge face. Oh my god, I love them so much, and now you can't find them for a reasonable price. So yay. He's not wearing his original shoes. He's got some lows on because I gave them to that the prison doll that's sitting on my desk. A Barbie fashionista. I think this was the first Barbie fashionista I ever bought. First of all, she's really pretty and she doesn't have a cheesy smile. It's just like a little smile. I liked her sort of mid skin tone. I dressed her in the Defa Lucy shirt that I got for free with my Defa Lucy's, and she's wearing a pair of action figure shorts. But the reason I got her is because she had a prosthetic leg, and I feel like she was the first doll to be released with a prosthetic leg, and I thought that was so like unique and interesting that Barbie was like branching out, giving us something new. And so I needed to add her to my collection, and here she is. She's still here. So she's a winner for me. The last doll back there is one of the dolls that Barbie did in collaboration with the National Down Syndrome Society. And I just thought that this face was so cute. I loved that she had braids, okay? I love that she was a darker skin tone, and I love this body. Like, yes, it's a fashionista body, lame. She deserved better. But it's a curvy petite body, which I don't know, do they make those? Is there any more of them? I don't know, but I really like it. But this is a smiling doll that I feel like they did really well. I can't get a good shot of her face. I'll put a picture in. Her eyes are smiling, and a lot of like the Mattel dolls that do the big goofy smiles, their eyes aren't smiling, so it looks weird, but they did such a good job with this face. They did such a good job with the screening. I love her so much, and I put her in this really cute little outfit. I think it's a Fashion Avenue outfit from the 90s, and then she's just got a little pair of sneakers on. Love her. She's so precious to me. The next shelf we got here is the Odile Army. Odile Army coming for you. I hope to be adding more Odiles to the Odile Army anytime soon because I love Odile. But let's start on the end here. We've got the Galloping Premier doll. Another glam doll that I absolutely fell in love with. I think she's so beautiful. I don't like the new one, the purple one. I don't like the way her dress looks. I feel like it looks cheap. I really like her face and her screening with the little glint in the eyes. This one has it too. But I just don't think she looks expensive, and this one looks expensive to me, you know? So I won't be adding that one to my collection, but I'm really glad to have this one. She's got the stole, the pink dress. I just feel like Odile is a pink girly. Like, she's just so Barbie to me, and so I love putting her in Barbie core because I feel like that's where she belongs. This doll is stunning. Everybody agrees. One of the greatest dolls of all time. That screening, look at it. Glimmer. Oh, she's perfect. Next Odile here is the Ballet Wishes doll. I was really lucky and got this doll early. I like happened to pop onto Mattel Creations and she was like there. So I bought her while I was getting ready at 9 o'clock in the morning, just randomly one day. I love this doll. I love the open mouth Odile face, first of all. She looks like somebody, and I can't put my finger on it, like who it is, but it annoys me and I think about it all the time. But this is another doll where I feel like the smile is so good because it's just subtle. Like, her eyes aren't smiling. She's just got a little subtle smile in the mouth. I love it so much. This one has a cute little mole there on her cheek. She's got a precious high po. I feel like the dress leaves like a little bit to be desired because it's made out of paper satin, but that's okay. I feel like she looks great. This body is honestly incredible. It poses so well. I think they first used it in the Misty Copeland doll. The only problem with it is that the feet are stuck in point forever, and I wish that they just had a joint so I could dress her in something else. I guess I could, but her feet will always be that. But yes, there she is. Stunning Ballet Wishes. Love her so much. Here's one of my new favorite dolls. This is the Odile that I restyled in my Maximalism decor restyle that I did recently. Oh, I love her so much. I love the way she came out. I'm such a maximalist, as you can see by the state of my apartment. And so doing this to her really made her into like my doll. And I just love the way she turned out. Her cute little hime hair, her like too much outfit, all of her accessories. These boots really got an upgrade when I painted them. I feel like that's such a great like fast little way to like elevate your Barbie shoes. Just add a little painted detail and then they're stunning. But she's like really just one of my favorites and I love her so much. The next doll we have here is, oh, what year was she? 2022? The holiday Barbie from 2022 with the Odile face. I love this one because she's got the green eyes and the red hair. And actually the hair is quite long, which you can't really tell in the style that they had her in. But I did a restyle on her too. I popped her into this Barbie core outfit that I got off of Mattel Creations. She has on a tall body, so the shoes like don't fit great, but they're on there. Once again, I love the way Odile looks in Barbie core pink. I love the way this outfit looks with her beautiful red hair and her green eyes. She's definitely one of my favorites. I'm gonna say that about every Odile because I just love her. The next Odile is one we saw very recently. She's wearing this stunning outfit. Half of it is from the early 2000s, half of it I had to make because the pants from the early 2000s disintegrated on me, as they always do. But I love the way these pants look. I don't know what body this is. I love this body with the wide hips. It really like elevates that Model Muse body, and I don't know. I wish that they would use it more often if they're gonna have to give us Model Muses. But look at this one's face. She's got like a darker skin complexion. She's the one Gabrielle doll. She's got beautiful dark hair. Brown eyes. Love brown eyes. And I just think she looks so pretty. And of course, she's dressed in Barbie core. Do these shoes fit her feet? No, but she's still wearing them. I love her so much. Absolutely beautiful, a very unique Odile for the collection. And then back here, we've got another Odile I did a restyle on. Of course, she was an Odile mermaid. Gave her a nice people body because that's what she wanted. She sold her soul to me, and now I own her life. But she's happy to be a person. Look, she's smiling. And this was another outfit that I got from the early 2000s. I wasn't planning on liking it as much as I do, and I think she looks absolutely stunning. Of course, Barbie core, because Odile belongs in Barbie core. Love that one. Love the restyle. I love the pink hair on her. And then of course, the final Odile. The Playline Odile, the one that came in the set with all the different clothes and accessories, the one that caused me so much drama and I thought was going to be a Millie, but I'm so grateful to have her in my collection. I do think she deserves a better outfit, so I want to make her something, but I haven't really decided what I want that to be. So when I do, she'll be getting a new outfit. But look at the face. I mean, such a pretty screening. So reminiscent of those 80s and 90s dolls that had the blue eye makeup all the way around. I love that so much. I feel like Angel Kent does that a lot, which is one of the things I love so much about his designs. She has a little necklace from Mini Fashion, and of course a Mini Fashion bag. And she is wearing one of the outfits that came in the set. This was my favorite of the outfits from the set, but I think maybe something kind of 80s like this outfit would suit her. Something better, something nicer. And that's the whole Odile army, dressed in Barbie core pink, where they belong. Love them so much. She probably is my favorite Barbie face mold at present. Would love to see her in dark skin. Give me a dark skin one. The next shelf we have here is just kind of random and colorful. They're dolls that I really like that kind of don't fit in anywhere else. And of course, right up front here, we got my little Lika-chan. I got her off of AliExpress for like $8. And then I bought this really cute fashion pack to put her in. I thought it sort of looked celestial and witchy. I love the Likas. I love her in this. She's so cute, so precious. Next to her, we've got Pregnant Midge here. This is not her full original situation, obviously. I really wanted her because she's got the Diva Midge face, and that's one of my favorite faces. And I also liked the idea of the pregnant doll because I feel like it's kind of unique. But she is wearing her original dress. Her baby bump is not original. I bought it off of Etsy. And of course she's got a silicone mini baby because I thought that was way cuter than her actual baby. I thought her actual baby was kind of creepy. And she's got bend and snap knees, some of those sketchy shoes that I think are elastic banded onto her feet. Maybe they're not. No, gotta do that or they'll fall off. But you know, she's got a cute hairstyle, the Diva Midge face, which is one of my favorites. So I had to add her to my collection. Plus she's drama, you know, Pregnant Midge is drama and I love drama. The next row is a recent restyle I did. This is the Nasa face and I think it comes from the 2016 holiday Barbie, but I'm not sure. I bought her off of eBay like a long time ago and she did come on a Model Muse body, but she's been on this Made to Move body for a really long time. So not really sure, but I really liked this face. I was using her for a character in my little stories at the time. I put her in this Fashion Avenue outfit, which I think she looks amazing in. And yeah, she's really, really cute. Love her. Next on this side, we have another recent restyle. She's the Barbie fashionista. I don't remember her number. I just loved this face. I feel like she looks sort of Native American. In this outfit, she's like giving Cher, if Cher was a youth, in the late 90s or early 2000s. I just think it's so cute. I love the restyle I did on her, honestly. But yeah, I had to add this face to my collection. She had kind of a large head, so I stuck her on a tall body. And I'm really quite happy with her. She's wearing the My Melody stuff from the My Melody doll that I ruined to make Trixie Mattel. So at least those things were getting some use. And an NSYNC shirt, which is so funny to me. And finally, in the back there, me and my friend Jason were doing like a thing where we were buying dolls from our birth year. So this doll is from 1988. She's Cool Times Teresa. And she's got this hilarious outfit on, which I think is so funny because it's like food themed, and I'm like, why? But I love her. I love her 80s hair. I love her 80s screening. I love her 80s outfit. And then I gave her shoes to somebody else, so I put her in roller skates because I feel like this vibe is like totally roller rink vibes. I love her. She's really cute. And that's that shelf. There's still plenty of room for more dolls on there, so that's good for me. And the last two dolls I've got on this shelving unit are my Trixie Mattel Integrity Toys doll and this little Barbie, this Florida Vacation Barbie. And you're probably thinking, why is she still in the box? She's got a story to her. So I was doing this show, it was called Dana H. And the show was about this woman that got kidnapped by one of her psych patients and like held hostage in a bunch of Florida motel rooms. And the play was really cool. The whole play was a lip sync, and the actress lip synced to the actual woman's words, which is like the coolest concept. So unique, so different, loved it. But for opening night, the actress that played Dana H gave me this doll, this Florida Vacation Barbie. There's this little note on it that says, "Oh no. Oh no, I didn't get this for you." Yes, I did. And so that's how she's gonna stay forever, because that's so funny to me. It's so dark. And you know, I appreciate a dark sense of humor. And then of course, because I love her so much, Trixie Mattel, she's still in the box. I didn't have the heart to take her out of this box because the box is so beautiful. But the great thing about this box is you can just lift off the front cover and touch the doll, which is the reason I take most of my dolls out of the box, because I like touching them. So this provides the best of both worlds. I can keep her in the box and touch her, which is great. So I don't know that I'll ever remove her from the box. I just like the box too much. Next, we've got this little table here. It's just kind of like a piece of this unit. Don't look at the floor, it's a mess. And you know, I figured it was a fine place to put some dolls. And I feel like they're pretty prominent because you probably see them in my videos. So I put a lot of dolls that I like here. Of course, first, we've got one of my favorite dolls of all time, the Styled by Design No. 3 doll by Bill Greening, which he designed just for me because she's my perfect doll. She's dressed in a 1960s outfit. She's got all kinds of 1960s accessories. She's got this incredible fur. Look at her screening. I mean, come on. Stunning. And then this like Barbie core Barbie purse. Definitely a selling point. I mean, the whole doll is a selling point. He made it for me. He said, "What doll would you like?" And I said, "This doll," and he made it. So she's one of my favorites in my collection at present. I love her so much. Next in here is a Dynamite Girl from 2008 Integrity Toys. I got her for a really good deal on eBay, and she was actually one of the last dolls I bought before I stopped collecting fashion dolls for a while. And I think she was an excellent last fashion doll for a while, because look at her, she's stunning. I feel like she kind of fits in that sort of like mod aesthetic. She's got some crazy looking mod glasses. She has really long hair too. She's got cute hat, cute jacket, and then like a lame bodysuit and some silver go-go boots, so I love her. And then this baby, she's my most recent custom. This was the custom I did for the Bill Greening tribute. Overall, I really like the doll. I wish her hair came out a little better and the shoes are a travesty. But look, doesn't she look cute with them? I mean, stunning, gorgeous. She was made from the Barbie base with Carl, if you couldn't tell. And you know, I just did her face just a little bit, gave her some twiggy lashes. I frosted up her lips, you know, really 60s her up. And I think she kind of looks like Sharon Tate. And then on the back row, I really wanted to prominently display my gem doll because I really like her. She's one of my favorites also in my collection. And so I put her here in the center. And then I needed some other dolls to go around her, so I picked these deluxe style dolls. The first wave of deluxe style I like really liked. I thought that she was absolutely precious. I love her little outfit. I love her pink and brown braids. And then a Millie. Look, a Millie. And I like this Millie. I think she's really cute. I like closed mouth Millie quite a bit better than open mouth Millie. And this one is screened with a side glance, which I love so much. And this outfit was a real selling point for me. I think it's so cute. It's so Barbie core. Love it. So my gem doll gets her prominent display position, and she's surrounded by more pink, just as she should be. And then here on this bench next to that little table thing, I've got my Little Miss No Name. My friend Leah of Ethereal Girl Dolls just did a restyle on her Little Miss No Name, and now I want to restyle my Little Miss No Name. So I'm gonna have to go shopping for her. Not this month though, because this is no buy month, or low buy month really. But I'm resisting hard. And then the other doll I have here is this little Alien Reborn that I said I was gonna repaint, just never did. See, the projects are just piling up. Here on this shelf above that bench is the start of my Rainbow High collection here. These are my sort of like secondary character Rainbow High dolls. I have a whole display of my like main character Rainbow High dolls. Let's have a close-up look. We've got Blue Brooks here. So cute with her little skateboard. I love her little Hime cut. I love her little cast. I literally bought her because of the cast. I just think she's a really cute doll. And then when I got her, I didn't realize this. I knew she was petite, but she's got like a wider hip than most Rainbow High dolls, and I just think that's so precious. She has a body like mine, so that's nice representation. Hey, up above the mini stitches sign are my only two Shadow High dolls. I'm not the biggest fan of fantasy skin dolls, but I really liked these two. This one came in the Sunny and Luna 2-pack, and honestly, if I'm honest, if that Sunny came by herself, I wouldn't have needed the Luna, but I actually quite like the Luna, so I'm glad to have her in my collection. I think her outfit is really cute. I like her hair. Obviously, it's like not as good as the Sunny, but I think she's a really nice doll. I think she was a little bit controversial, but I don't know, I think she's nice. And then of course, my favorite Shadow High doll, this little space alien girl. I love her so much. I love everything about her. First of all, I love aliens, okay? And look at the details on this jacket. It's got tons of little patches. It references Novi Stars, which I think is so fun and funny because that's another MGA doll brand, alien doll brand at that. And just the styling of her is so perfect. And I got her for like a really good price. She was only 20 bucks. So happy to have her in my collection. Under them, basking in the sun on the beach, is Harper Dune. She has somebody else's cell phone, but I just thought that was cute to have her sitting, having a nice time, basking on the beach. She came with all these cool like beach accessories. The towel is hers. I think the bag is hers. I can't really remember if I'm honest, but she's a really pretty doll. She came to me looking absolutely atrocious, so this hair is the fixed version of her hair, which I feel like still could look better. But overall, like her, she's like the variant that came out second. I think MGA probably just got sued by Burberry, so they had to change the outfit. Now she's got like a Christian Dior kind of outfit instead. I don't know, I like it anyway. I think she's cute. Yay. Moving on over here, this is one of my favorite Rainbow High dolls, Mina Fleur. I did give her like a show accurate hairdo that I was really proud of because I'm not very good at hair, but I don't know, I just think her skin tone is so pretty, her makeup is so pretty, both of her outfits are so pretty. She's an Indian doll, you know, like from India, and she's a dancer in the show, so I wanted to display her in a dancing pose. Also, she's orange. That's my favorite color. That's another factor in why I love her, but yes, Mina Fleur, one of my favorite Rainbow High dolls. She's so cute. Here is one of those color and create dolls. My mom got this for me for the holidays. You know, she's basic and white, but I did manage with the products provided to get her this cool rainbow hair, which I love. I kept her in white because the dye didn't really work on the clothes, but I think she looks very ethereal and pretty like this with the pastel hair and the white outfit. So yeah, she's pretty. I like her face. I don't know, even though I hate the purple eyes, there's something about the way it's screened. Very pretty to me. Another aesthetically pleasing doll to me. Somebody told me on the internet that this doll is mixed Asian, which is why she references so many different cultures from Asia, which is so fun. And I hope that's true. I don't know because I haven't really looked that far into the lore, but I love, these are some of my favorite shoes of all time. They're platform Crocs with gibbets, and I love platform Crocs with gibbets. But this is the outfit I have her in for now. She'll probably change at some point just to give her some variety. But I love the makeup, the Takara makeup on her face. Oh, so cute. Her hairstyle is precious. Back here, another one of my favorites, Can't Resist an Orange Girl, and this one looks very space age in 1960s, so obviously she's gonna be on the top of my list. She's so pretty. Look at her face. Look at her face. I love the silver makeup, the bright orange lip, the bright orange outfit, the bright orange hair. And she's got like a pair of white go-go boots with an orange sole. I mean, come on, she's perfect. Another one of my favorites. I feel like I just keep saying that. But this was actually the doll that like made me want to try a Rainbow High doll. What's her name? This one's Michelle. I remember that. What's your name? Daphne. Is that right? It starts with a D. Delilah? Delia. Delilah? She's not Daphne. That's the green one. Delia. Delilah? Terrible, can't remember her name, but she is an albino character. She is like such a shy, sweet little girl on the show, and I love her character so much. And I found that out after I bought the doll, but look at her. She's got the glasses, she's got the super white looking hair, she's got a very pale skin tone, and she came with basically 3 outfits because all of the underlayers that she was in worked as an outfit. And she's in this outfit right now, which actually I just put her in this and never changed her out of it. I like the other outfit better, but that's okay. She and Michelle are just like, you know, looking at her phone. There's something fun on there. They're looking at memes, you know, cute. Let's just keep going with Rainbow High here. This is the Rainbow High display that I have the closet set in. I really like the way it looks. I don't know if it's spatially economical. There is more room for more dolls in this display, so maybe it'll stay until there's no more room. But first we've got Priscilla Perez, and she's in this hot pink that like is just a color that I feel like photographs so well, and she looks so beautiful. And you know, she got her hair done recently. I'll never take this outfit off again though, because it took me 45 minutes to get the gloves back on. So she's stuck like this forever, at least in the gloves. But look at her, look at her, look at that hair. Stunning. Here's another one of my favorites. I feel like I keep saying that. What's your name? Victoria. Her name is Victoria. And she comes in this like cute little ruffled outfit. But the thing about Victoria is, let's see if I can get it to focus, she has full body freckles and some body blushing, which I just think is so pretty and so unique for a Playline doll. And I love the screening on her face. I feel like people didn't like the lips, but I really do. She's such a beautiful doll. I love her hairstyle too. I love everything about her. So there's Victoria, looking stunning and gorgeous. And the last doll here in this particular display, very shadowy over here because I can't get the light right, is my Clementine doll, who I rebodied recently in my fixing up my dolls video. I love the Clementine face. There's something about her skin tone also that looks almost translucent, so I feel like it's just really pretty. Of course, she's orange, my favorite color, and I feel like her styling is so cool. But she had those stupid glitter legs, and so I wanted her to have a new body. So I found a junk Emmy Vanda at a thrift store, and I said, Emmy, you can say goodbye to your head. And I gave her body to Clementine. And I also had to give her tights because I thought her legs looked too bare. Here's a quick look at the closet. I just keep all the second outfits in there. I got this for a really low price off of eBay because all the clothes in it were pretty much junk. Some of them were fine. But I put some of the Rainbow High little accessories in there. Some of those are mermaids. I got some mini brands in there. And that's just where I've been keeping all the clothes and accessories. So yeah, I thought it looked cute so I could put it on display, but I don't know. Spatially, I'm not sure. One shelf up from there, this is where I keep my main girl Rainbow High dolls, so like the mainline girls. You know, the ones that are main characters. Far away, look at them. I put them in rainbow order, but I put the 2 rainbow dolls in the center because honestly, can I be real honest here right now? I thought that Iris didn't look good anywhere except for in the center because her skin tone is so much different than everybody else's. And I love having her in the center because she looks really pretty. Yay. First is Creative Crystal's Bella, looking okay. She was the one that came with the plastic skirt, so I made her a new one, which I think is too long. And also her shoes came mismatched, which is so lame. But I really liked the base doll, and I think she looks kind of cute. Like, the execution of this doll obviously could be better, but I don't mind her, you know? Next is Slime Ruby. I had a lot of fun with her. I did a video where I took the glitter off of her and fixed her up and made her pretty. And so I'm really happy with her now. I think she looks really nice. Then we've got Winter Break Poppy. She was another fixer-upper. I got her off of eBay and she was in abysmal condition, but I really like her now. I'm very sad that they relinquished the orange character into the world with no more dolls. Sucks. But I love Poppy, and this is one of my preferred Poppies, so I'm happy to have her. Another one of my favorite dolls, probably my favorite Rainbow High doll of all time, if I'm honest. It was the Sunny from the Sunny and Luna 2-pack. Unfortunately, she's back in the shadows, and I can't light her properly. But look at this. Look at this bag, okay? Look at the bag. Look at the outfit. Look at the details. She's also got a pair of Crocs with gibbets. Look at the makeup. Look at the hair, okay? That is an amazing doll. There's so much detail. And I feel like the outfit is so well themed to her character. It's perfect. She's perfect. One of my favorite dolls of all time. And of course, another recent addition, Miss Iris Bow. If you couldn't tell, I like the Creative Crystal dolls because I like the resin craft. And Iris is certainly the best of the Creative Crystals because, look, a full fabric outfit. Did you see on MGA's Instagram that they posted a picture of Miss Bella, but they had made her a new skirt because they knew the plastic skirt is garbage? Did you see that? I thought that was funny. Well, back to Iris, the pretty one with the full fabric outfit. First of all, dark skin tone. We need the diversity in the main line of Rainbow High. Second of all, ombre lip, one of my favorite lip looks. And then she's got this incredible bright rainbow hair. The outfit's cute. I mean, it's not my favorite, but at least it's all fabric. And then I love these shoes, honestly. The rainbow, the clear plastic, stunning. I can't wait to see what her character does in the show. Apparently she was an original shimmer, everyone. Hope I didn't spoil that for anybody. Then next to her, we've got our other rainbow girl. It's Miss Amaya. And she's really cute. She was the one that I did the festival hairstyle on. I bought her to do a festival hairstyle on her. This is one of my favorite like face finishes for Rainbow High dolls. I really like the sort of not overdone shimmer, if you know what I mean. I think she's really pretty. I love the dark outline lip. I think this outfit is so cool. The thigh-high boots, absolutely. And then the hair that goes past the ground. I mean, can't go wrong. And here's Miss Jade. Will we ever see another doll of her? Probably not. But this is the last one that they did. This is Slime Jade. I bought her. She was cheap. She was $14.99. And I kind of restyled her to make her look more Jade accurate in my mind. But she's really pretty. I like this makeup look. She's got a little bit of glitter, but that's okay. The little lip, love that. And I think she looks much cuter in this than her original outfit. So yeah, good for Jade. Another Creative Crystals, Miss Skylar. And Skylar honestly would never wear this. Let's be honest. I feel like if maybe I took the little plastic top off of her, it might be more of a Skylar outfit, but I kind of like the bear theming. And I think if they had put this outfit on a Sunny, it would have made sense, but they did it on a Skylar for whatever reason. But I like it. I like her. I always have a lot of fun with the resin crafts. What can I say? This was the first Rainbow High doll I ever bought. And like, I had never seen in person one of the OG Rainbow High dolls, so like, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about them other than I thought their heads were too big, which they're significantly smaller in person than they look on camera for whatever reason. And I didn't know that the clothes were like absolutely incredible in those original lines. So when I got this doll, and I was used to looking at Barbies, I was blown away. And I feel like that's what people forget, is that the quality of these is still outstanding in comparison to other fashion dolls of a similar price. I think I paid less than $20 for her. I love these boots. I'm a winter girl though, so I feel like this suits my aesthetic maybe better than it might suit somebody else's. I love the puffer. I love this little fur top with the mesh underneath. And then she's got the cute little headphones. I love her hairstyle. She's also got that finish on the face that I really like. The shimmer, but not too shimmery. And of course, she's got the lip that I really like. I don't know. I love her. I love her so much. I did cut off the moisture sacs from her outfit because I liked it better this way, and I wasn't getting any use out of them because I wasn't going to fill my doll with water because I don't want her to get mildewy or moldy. She was my first ever Rainbow High doll. And as a person that didn't know anything about them, I thought she was the highest quality Playline doll I'd ever seen. Here's the top shelf, and these are all of my celebrities or like people from movies or television dolls that I have up here. And over here is Princess Jasmine, and this is the Princess Jasmine from the Broadway show Aladdin. I worked there for a while, And I bought this doll while I was working there. She did have a box that was really pretty, and it was actually signed by the actress, but I guess I left it in the sunlight and it disintegrated, and I had to take her out of the box because the box looked like shit. And now the doll is on display here. I just think the face, look at her face. She's so pretty. She looks very Middle Eastern, which is the thing that I like about her. Next is another doll that I've had in my collection for a while, this Lucy doll. I think I got her around the same time as those two reproduction vintage Barbies. I was such a fan of I Love Lucy as a child. So my mom bought me this doll. She's still kind of exactly how she came, except for her outfit's a little worse for the wear. But she's so cute, look at her. Smiling, side glance, up to something no good because she's Lucy. And then I recently, well not that recently, he's technically a Ricky Ricardo doll I think, but he's Desi Arnaz. And I wanted an older male character for my collection, and so I added him, and then I had to display them together because it's Lucy and Ricky. But he's also in a vintage Ken outfit, and I think he looks so cute. I love him. He's got silver hair, which is one of the selling points. I got real into the Hunger Games, and then this doll dropped, and I had to have her. I bought her kind of a long time ago. It's an Effie Trinket doll. She looks not great. The hair is terrible. I feel like her face, though, you know, Barbara Harris from the original Freaky Friday, doesn't she kind of look like her in this hair, too? Anyway, this is a pretty nice doll, honestly. The clothes are well made. They're kind of interesting. The outfit is nice. Other than the hair, I really like her. So there she is. She's here. She exists. The next two I also bought for characters a long time ago while I was needing dolls for characters. We got Elizabeth Taylor there from the 2000s, I think. James Dean, it's James Dean. And I think he came in this outfit. That's how he came. I needed him for a character, so I bought him. I really like his face. I think it looks really good. But yeah, he cute. And then these relics of the past were dolls that I found in my house when I was in Massachusetts. Couldn't just leave them there. They're my Corpse Bride dolls. They look cute. They look stunning. I got them at Spencer's, I think, but in 2004 or something. And then of course my secret shame, the Wicked dolls that I bought all of. And then recently I found Madame Morrible on eBay for under retail, so I had to have her too. I love Michelle Yeoh, so I needed a doll of her, obviously. But look at her. I mean, the whole outfit is printed detail, but I think from a distance she looks really nice, and I love the face. So my secret shame gets worse because I bought more Wicked dolls like a crazy person. And I'll probably just come out with more dolls for the new one, and I'll need those too, and I still didn't even watch the movie. But here's Deluxe Glinda. Terrible. Probably the worst deluxe doll I've ever seen. Wish I didn't buy her. And then it's my favorite of the Wicked collection here in the center, the Shiz University dolls. I think these are the best executed, if I'm being honest. I really like them. Their outfits are really cute. They were $24.99, a reasonable price. And then there's the Ozdust dolls. I think these were also really good. I liked both of their outfits. I thought the price at $24.99 was very fair. And then Deluxe Elphaba, who I wish I didn't buy, but I did make her fly in my display, which, you know, it's cute. It's cute, she's cute. Those are the Wicked dolls, my secret shame. It is all of my mermaids dolls. And these weren't a big hit amongst collectors, but I love them so much because I think they're the campiest dolls we've seen in a while. I'm gonna get a closer look on each and every one so we can talk about them. I think her name is Mora. She played kind of an evil character on the show, like a shapeshifter. She's got a tail that comes off and you can switch it out to her shapeshifter form. And she doesn't have her full outfit because I got these off of eBay. But she's wearing a cute enough outfit. I like her. I love the hair that goes all the way to the ground. I love these faces, okay? They're so uncanny valley with the inset eyes and the stare. I don't know, I love them. In the back there, we've got my least favorite of them. And it's not because I don't like the way she looks, it's because of her stupid hair. I did a whole video and the video just turned into a video about her hair. This is Riviera, she's the punk rock one. She's got horrible hair that's just too much. I said I was gonna cut it and I never did. I just cut a little bit off so she would fit in the display. But she looking cute, she punk rock girl. I did have to move stuff around to fit her in, but she's there. In front of her is her sister, Harmonique. And this was one of the dolls in the original line that I feel like people hated the most because the tail stuck out of the packaging and her tail would always come damaged. So mine is damaged. That's okay. I really like the styling of this one too. I love her bubble ponytail and her like Ariana Grande vibes. I love all of her accessories. She looks so cool to me. And there's the Uncanny Valley face that I love so much. In the back there is a Winter Waves doll. I feel like these were more well received than the originals, but it was too late. And these ones have like tails that do that thing where when you flip them upside down, they like get all glittery, which I feel like is an appropriate use for that gimmick because they're fantasy dolls, and having fantasy parts on a fantasy doll makes sense. Unlike human dolls who are meant to be people. I guess she is kind of fantasy, but undeniably fantasy. Gimmick works for me and I love her. I think she's so beautiful. She's one of the ones with the stock footed into her justice. I think she's so pretty in person. Then we've got Jordy. She has the funniest name of all the mermaids. It's just like, it's weird. It's because she's a basketball player and they're referencing Michael Jordan, I'm assuming. Not that I know very much about sports ball, but she's a cutie. I love her braids. I love her sports tail. That's part of the thing for me that I like about these dolls is the camp in the design of the tail because it's like part of their body, but it's also clothes, and I think that's so funny. She's got a particularly pretty face. I like the brown eyes in her. I feel like she looks almost a little less uncanny because of the brown eyes. I don't know, pretty. Behind her is a doll that like I really wanted to get my hands on and couldn't find. And then I found a big eBay lot that had her, so I got her and then didn't end up liking her as much as I thought I would. So whoopsie poopsie. But this is Winter Waves Kishiko. She's very pretty. I like her hair a lot. I like her face a lot. I like her outfit a lot. She's got that same tail gimmick. But I actually prefer the first wave of Kishiko more than the Winter Waves Kishiko, and I wasn't expecting that. I don't know. I love her makeup with the freckles. I love her hair. It's got that festival hairdo that I really like. I think the clothes are a little less bulky. I think it just works better for me. And so she's my preferred Kishiko, and I wasn't expecting that. Nara, I think, is her name. She's cute. She's from the Winter Waves collection also. She is missing a top that I said I was gonna make and never did, obviously, and a pearl belt that I said I was gonna make and never did. She's got the same tail gimmick as everybody else from that line. She's very pretty. She, again, has the dark eyes. Here's one of my favorites because she's the funniest. This is Chanel, sporting a Chanel suit-like tail, and the fin has even more detail on it. It's like a skirt with a zipper on it, and there's like a buckle there. She's so funny to me. I love her so much. I gave her hair a restyle because I hated the bow in it, which was just a piece of hair that I was able to easily remove and just give her a cute high po. So I made her into what I wanted. She's one of my favorites because she's one of the funniest. Lastly, on the very end over there was the first one I ever bought that made me fall in love. This is Winter Waves Harmonique. And she has a head tilt problem, as a lot of these dolls do. The neck is like too small for the amount of hair they put in the head. And so she can't keep her head straight. But I love her anyway, I don't really care. Funny doll, creepy face, love it so much. And the last display in my collection, the last one we're gonna look at, is my Barbie basics and my Barbie looks, who I've dressed all in black to work in my little display here. I think they look so cute like this. Let's get a closer look on each and every one. Here's the first one we're gonna look at. This is Heidi from the Barbie Basics main line. I love this Heidi. I think she's so pretty. I love her Ariana Grande high po. I love this little outfit she came in. I gave her a little necklace, a little purse. She's on this busted stand. It's like bent forward, so I can't get her to stand on it properly. It wasn't hers, but I was having more trouble with a different doll, and she stood better on this one. There's gonna be street noise because I can't stop because I have to finish this. She's probably one of my favorites from the line. I just love her. I think she's so pretty. And next to her is my favorite of the Barbie Basics You Create kit #1. Unidentified girl here because we still don't know the official names of them, but she's the one that has kind of like a Middle Eastern vibe for me. And I just think she's so pretty. Look at her. I love the side glands. I love the nose. That's one of my favorite parts. And I put her in this cute little outfit from the kit. I think she looks cute in it. Did I add anything to her? I gave her another bracelet. I think that's it. She had more stuff on and I gave them to other people or other dolls. Yes, these are people to me. Here's the sleeper hit for me from the Barbie Basics You Create kit. She looks so cool to me. She's sporting this look that makes her look like a modern day android girl, and I love it so much. Unidentified face. We don't know which face belongs to who, but she's very pretty and I loved her bald. And I gave her these little earrings just to spice it up a bit. I think this outfit looks so good on her tall body. And people weren't liking these shoes on anything but the curvy body, but I feel like with the right styling, it works really well. And I think this is the right styling. Love her. This next girl was a styling kind of suggested by one of you. We wanted to see her styled in this hair and a little bowl cut, and I love it. I think she looks so cute. And I gave her this sort of 70s inspired jumpsuit that came on the Juan Gabriel Odile. And yeah, I think she looks really cute in this wig. I really, really like it. I gave her the Juan Gabriel earrings and this mini fashion belt, and I feel like the look came together great. The only problem is that I didn't really have shoes to fit her, so I gave her these cheap ones, and the heels keep collapsing because they're not sturdy enough to actually hold up the doll, but you know, it's fine, no worries. Hopefully I'll find her shoes someday. But she looks so cute to me. Oh my god, I love her. Look what I'm looking at. Look at her. She's so precious. Just waiting for the noise to go by, but this is what I get to look at, so it's fine. Look at her. Oh, it's a baby. Here's our next girly. She's the one I gasped when I saw for the first time. It's the Claudette doll of the Barbie Basics main line. I love this face. I love it so much. The hair color looks beautiful with the skin tone, and this sort of 60s inspired dress. Absolutely. She's in her original outfit, but I did give her a little belt, a little necklace, and of course a little purse and some sunnies. Here's Barbie Looks Victoria. I think this is a unique doll because she's got that short hair, and I really, really like sort of having unique things in my collection. She is in the pants from the drop-shipped Amazon clothes, and then she's wearing the tops from the AliExpress haul. And I think this gives her like a cute little like 2000s club vibe. And I feel like that goes really cute with her haircut. Next, another stunning queen, Miss Lena. She's the Barbie Looks Mattel Creations exclusive. She ended up in Carl's dress, the Carl that I used for my custom for Bill Greening. She's got a pair of shoes from the Barbie Basics to Create kit on. I think that bracelet's from the Amazon set. Nice. And I love the way she looks with her like really pale skin tone with the black hair all in black. Very chic, very stunning. Here's one of my favorite read styles from this grouping, and it's Miss Kit in the outfit from AliExpress. This outfit was a real winner for me. It's the Shanshan Princess brand. They make some really good stuff, and I think that this is one of those things. I did buy the hat separate. I thought I'd give her a witchy vibe. She's wearing some jewelry from the Juan Gabriel doll and mini fashion, and I just think she looks so chic, so stunning. She has her own shoes on, and I love this doll too. She's such a pretty face. I like the shorter hair, and I love the medium skin complexion. Love. Stunning. And then we've got another Heidi, and she's sporting one of those AliExpress looks also, one of the really nice ones that I got. This Heidi also is very pretty, and I love her dark skin tone, and I love her braids. Braids are always a selling point for me. I love braids on dolls. And she has this great outfit. Like, honestly, it's so good on her. She's got some bracelets from the Barbie Looks doll on. She's got the purse from the Barbie Looks doll. She's gorgiana, and she's especially gorgeous in this outfit. The shoes are just crappy AliExpress shoes, but they look good, I think. And our last doll, the final doll, we've made it to the end of the collection, is the Barbie Looks Andra with the red hair. I gave her the Stevie Nicks outfit, and I feel like I elevated the Stevie Nicks outfit with this crappy necklace that I got with the Amazon clothes. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous in it. This is from the Barbie Basics You Create kit. These shoes are mini fashion, and I wish they had like a more 70s vibe to them, but she's just not a 70s witch. She's a modern witch. referencing Stevie, and the glasses are also from the Barbie Basics You Create kit. And this restyle, I feel like it's a great one to end on because I love it. And so that's it. That's the whole doll display. It's basically the whole back wall of my apartment, and I'll be getting 3 more shelves to go right there, so there'll be more space for dolls, and the wall will get even more filled with dolls. This actually looks so good from this angle. Wait, I love the way that looks. I feel like the shelves could be even more packed with stuff though, because you know, as a maximalist, as a person that's committing to the fact that my entire house is just filled with dolls, I feel like the more the better, you know? So loving that, loving the way that looks. I hope you enjoyed seeing the doll display today. I had a lot of fun talking about them all, finally, and showing you all of them. And I also had quite a lot of fun getting them ready for their big debut. If you enjoy talking about dolls as much as I do, subscribe, because there'll be lots more talking about dolls here on this channel. And I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Goodbye!